So people a lot of times they see me with, latest phone, tablet, computer, earbuds, and they always wonder, well, why don't you have an Alexa? And then I have to tell them the truth because they can look it up online. I'm banned from owning or using an Alexa. Yes, Amazon filed a restraining order against me, and they got the court to grant it. And Jeff Bezos, as his last act as CEO of Amazon, delivered the paperwork to me personally. It was actually a traumatic experience because I was coming out of a 7-Eleven, and then I heard my name, and I turned, and I see this guy running after me. It was Bezos. And I wasn't carrying any weapons, so I started running. And then a bunch of dudes came out of all directions, tackled me, and they put me on the ground. And then Bezos put the damn restraining order in my shirt, my chest. And that was his last act before he retired from Amazon. So you're probably wondering, why did he go through so much trouble to make sure I did not use the Alexa? So what happened was I got an Alexa about a year ago this time. I hooked it up, and I hooked it with my Ring doorbell. And, someone rang the doorbell, and I said, Alexa, who's at the door? And then Alexa said, I believe it's a mail carrier wanting you to sign something. So I went out, and I opened the door, and it was a mail carrier. And the person said, I have a couple packages for you. I need you to sign here. So I signed my name, and it took a couple packages. One had my name on it, and one package didn't have anything on it. It had the name scribbled out. I thought it was strange. But I was only expecting one package, so I put it aside and never opened it. And then it kept happening again and again. There was always extra packages. I'd ask for 2, there'd be 4, 3, 5, 1, 2. So then, I started putting in my guest room, and I had all these packages in with the names crossed out. So, next thing you know, about maybe a month later, I'm sleeping one night, and they smash through my door, and they being the police, I jump out of bed, they tackle me, face down, they're like, you're under arrest, put your hands behind your back. So I put my hands behind my back and everything, and they put the cuffs on me, and I'm face down, and I'm asking, well, why are you arresting me? And I'm still face down, and the arresting officer goes, well, according to this warrant, you're being arrested for identity theft and fraud. And I'm like, whose identity did I steal? And then they said, it says here Wayne Brady. And I'm like, what? So then they pick me up, and then he looks at my face, the arresting officer, and he gets on the radio, he goes, Sarge, can you come in here? I think we have a problem. So the sergeant comes in here, and he's like, well, what's the problem? He's like, well, the arresting officer asked the sergeant, well, what does your warrant say for this arrest? And said, well, we got a good warrant. He said, well, what does it say? And then he looks at his warrant. It says, I stealing the identity of Wayne Brady in fraud. And he goes, yeah, that's what mine says. And he goes, look at him. And then they look at me, and they both look at each other, and they go, yeah, that's Wayne Brady. And I'm like, I'm not Wayne Brady. They're like, we know it's a celebrity thing. You're Wayne Brady. So then they look at each other, and they go, who's the guy in the car? And they're like, I don't know. And so they get the guy out of the car, which is the real Wayne Brady. And, now they prop me up, and they put them next to each other, and they're like, I think the guy in the cuffs is Wayne Brady. And I'm like, I'm not Wayne Brady. And then the real Wayne Brady's like, I'm not Wayne Brady. And then I go, well, I have a way of figuring this out. So then I go, Alexa, whose house is this? And Alexa, of course, I'm thinking Alexa's gonna, back me up. Alexa goes, this is the house of Wayne Brady. Really? Alexa, this is Wayne Brady's house? She says, yes, you're in the house of Wayne Brady. So then Wayne Brady goes, the real Wayne Brady goes, okay, Alexa, then who is living at 222 Two-Door Terrace? And that's when it really went off. Alexa goes, some black guy trying to claim that he's Wayne Brady. Everybody's mouth dropped. So then they took the cuffs off of me, and they arrested the real Wayne Brady for stealing the identity of Wayne Brady. And then the fraud was using Wayne Brady's Amazon account to get the packages, which is why I got all those extra packages. And it turns out Alexa told the post office that first day that all packages for Wayne Brady should come here, along with packages for Wavel, which is me. So that's why I kept getting all the extra packages. So now they're taking Wayne Brady away. They're apologizing to me because they're worried I'm going to sue them. So then, of course, Wayne Brady's people call me and they're like, Wayne Brady got arrested. Can you go bail him out? So then I got to go down to the damn police station and I have to bail out Wayne Brady. Lucky I used his money, not mine. And then the police are like, you're so nice. Everyone else whose identity has been stolen would never bail out the person who stole their identity. And so I'm like, well, how did this all happen? How'd you guys get onto that, the Wayne Brady identity was stolen and we're using it for fraud. And they go, oh, Alexa gave us an alert. Alexa gave you an alert? Yeah. I guess an Alexa was hooked up and they started giving us an alert about that. So we watched the house and we kept seeing more and more packages. So the Alexa told you that I'm Wayne Brady. Yes. So actually, when the cop said that, the real Wayne Brady was heard that he was being let out after I posted his bail. He was pissed. He was so pissed. So he ended up suing Amazon. And getting like $100 million, not only for the false police report, pain and suffering, false arrest, civil rights violations. So Amazon blamed me, of course. Jeff Bezos, they were pissed because they lost that lawsuit and their Alexa is not as fallible as they thought. So to keep me from screwing up anymore and having Wayne Brady, file some more lawsuits, they put a restraining order on me. And of course, when I was still sitting there on the ground and Jeff Bezos put the restraining order on my chest, all of a sudden representatives from Samsung and Apple and Google came, because I guess they heard about what happened, and they gave me a restraining order so I can't use Bixby, Google Assistant, or Siri. So that's why I've been banned. And all of this is on the internet if you want to look. But so if anyone wants to know why I don't have an assistant, even though I have the latest technologies, now you know.